Jung Kook has sold out stadiums. He has broken Billboard records. He has more streams than artists twice his age. And at 3 in the morning, completely alone. He's doing dips on the wrong machine and singing someone else's song under his breath. No stylist, no director, no performance. And somehow, this is the most honest thing he's ever let the world see. But there's one detail buried inside this footage that the internet completely missed. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. This isn't a scheduled comeback clip. This isn't a label-approved content drop. What you're about to hear is what happens when one of the most watched human beings on the planet thinks he's just filming for himself. And it is breaking people. Jung Kook of BTS, the man Rolling Stone called one of the most influential artists of his generation, doesn't need to prove anything. His solo album, Golden, debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200. His single, 7, topped charts in over 40 countries. He has more streams than most veteran artists will see in their entire careers. So why is he alone in a gym at 3 in the morning doing 10 exercises back-to-back with zero ego, zero performance, just quiet grinding work? And more importantly, why is the one song he's listening to on repeat not even his own? That detail is going to matter. Let's start with what the vlog actually shows. Because on the surface, it looks simple. Jung Kook films himself working out late at night. Pull-ups, lat pull-downs, dips on a machine that isn't even a dip machine, chest press, lateral raises, seated rows, shoulder press, curls, forearm work, arm pull-downs, 10 exercises, 2 to 3 full rounds. No shortcuts, no complaints. He mentions, almost casually, that he just ate before starting. That he's been doing full-body sessions every single day since arriving wherever he is. That he's gotten heavier, not as a complaint, just a fact. And that it's made pull-ups harder. That this session is going to be his last before a rest day or 2. He's not performing for anyone. He corrects himself mid-sentence. He switches weights down when the form starts breaking. He talks through his own logic. 35 kilograms, that's too heavy. Let me go with 30. He explains his philosophy. Everyone has a style that suits their body, and full body training every day is what works for him. No performance, no inspiration speech. Just a man and a routine that he has clearly built over years, without anyone watching. And that's what hit people so hard. Because when you've spent your entire adult life under a lens, when every meal you eat is photographed, every relationship you have is speculated about, every pound you gain or lose becomes a headline, the act of simply existing without performance becomes something people cannot look away from. Jung Kook in this vlog is not a product. He's a person. And the internet, which has spent a decade projecting every possible version of him onto a screen, did not know what to do with that. But here's what nobody is talking about. And this is the part that should be making headlines. The song. In the middle of his workout, Jung Kook says it plainly. Whenever he works out, he listens to ILLIT's Magnetic. Not his own music, not a BTS track, not something from his label. He listens to Magnetic by ILLIT, a group that had just broken into global charts with a song so infectious it was inescapable. And he's singing along mid-rep. He says the word attractive under his breath while doing dips. He is, by all appearances, just a fan. Now, for anyone outside the K-pop industry, that might sound like a nice, wholesome detail. Jung Kook listens to new music. He supports younger artists. Lovely. But inside the industry, and inside the BTS fandom that has been tracking every single move these men make since before their military service, that moment landed like a grenade. Because ILLIT is not just any group. ILLIT debuted under /BE, the same parent company as BTS, and Magnetic was one of the most viral K-pop songs of the year, racking up hundreds of millions of streams and igniting a massive wave of speculation about whether HYBE was intentionally shifting its investment and promotional machinery away from BTS and toward its newer acts. That debate had been running hot for months. ARMY was divided. Industry analysts were writing about it. Label politics were being aired publicly in ways that made executives very uncomfortable. And then Jung Kook, the most streamed member of the most successful act in HYBE's history, casually, unscriptedly, on a late-night personal vlog, says ILLIT song is what he listens to every single workout. No statement, no positioning, no strategy, just honesty. The reaction split the internet in two. One half saw it as pure, generous authenticity. Here is a global superstar, secure enough in himself that he can listen to another act from his own label without ego, without territory, without competition. A man who loves music for music. A man who trains alone at 3 in the morning, not for content, not for brand alignment, not for a rollout campaign, but because that is who he is when no one is watching. The other half went to war. Some fans began digging. Why was he filming alone? Why wasn't this a coordinated HYBE release? Who had access to this footage? Was this intentionally leaked to generate goodwill ahead of a new project announcement? Was the ILLIT mention organic? Or was it a subtle label directive to cross-promote the group to Jung Kook's incomprehensible global fanbase? The questions piled up fast. And they were not entirely unreasonable. Because here's the thing about Jung Kook's public persona that makes this vlog complicated to process. He has one of the most carefully managed images in the history of the music industry. Big hit, now HYBE, built an entire system. Weavers, VLIVE, bubble, specifically to create the illusion of unfiltered access, while maintaining extraordinary control over what actually reaches the public. Every candid moment has a framework around it. Every spontaneous post exists within an ecosystem. So when something feels genuinely unguarded, when the lighting is bad and the camera, that question does not have a clean answer. What we know is this. The vlog landed. It spread. It generated millions of views and hundreds of thousands of comments within days. Clips of Jung Kook doing dips on the wrong machine. Clips of him singing attractive under his breath. Fitness accounts reposted the workout breakdown. Music journalists wrote about the ILLIT mention, the intimacy of it, the way it made people feel like they were watching something they weren't supposed to see. And Jung Kook himself? He wrapped up his final set, looked at the camera, said he was heading back in, and said goodbye. That was it. No call to action. No dramatic sign-off. Just a man who went to work in the middle of the night, did what he always does, and left. His military service altered the public timeline of his career in ways the industry is still calculating. The machine went quiet, and when it starts back up, the expectation is enormous in a way that would be suffocating for almost anyone else. But the vlog suggests something that no PR campaign could manufacture. The machine being quiet didn't change anything about him. He kept working, alone, in the middle of the night, on a machine that isn't even built for what he's using it for. What does it mean when the most famous person in a room is the one who needs no audience to keep showing up? And what does it mean that we're still not entirely sure whether real is something the industry is capable of producing? The investigation into what happens next for Jung Kook, for BTS, and for HYBE's post-military era content strategy is still unfolding. The receipts are still being assembled, and Celebzova is watching every move. If you're not subscribed yet, do it now, because the stories this channel is about to break are not going to be covered anywhere else.